Guys, what's going on? My name is Luis. Today is October 24th, 2024, and God bless to every single one of you. Guys, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. We have a big breaking news, red alert, a huge bombshell. Now it says here, Persian hackers reveal how they can steal the sleeping giant November by using stolen, and I'm going to skip this name right here, guys. Some serious stuff here. Very, very serious stuff. And they basically did this back in 2020. So it seems like this coming event, they could do it again, but this time it could be a massive cyber. So we're gonna see what's going on here, guys. Please share the video. Again, Persian hackers broke into state. And you guys already know database used names, social security, and driver license number to fill out registration. All right, we're gonna see what's going on here. Now, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. I was not supposed to show that picture. Hopefully, I don't get hit by the platform. But again, I wasn't supposed to show that picture. All right, so on Monday, Mr. Jim, editor and publisher of the Gateway Pundit and the Gateway Pundit investigative journalist Patty, sat down with expert and professional investigator Heather. All right. During our interview, we discussed the potential warning of allowing non-military overseas voters to VOTE in our November without having to prove their identity or even their citizenship in many cases. Now it says here, recently, the potential uniformed and overseas citizens absentee, skip the rest of that, came to our attention when the LEFT began telegraphing that overseas could be the key in 2024 to winning and perhaps even overturning the result 1 week or more after November. As reported earlier by Patty, the DNC state goal of winning the VOTES of approximately 9 million through its Left Abroad website seems impossible, given that according to a recent report by the federal GOV website, only 4.4 million Sleeping Giant citizens reside overseas, and only 2.8 million of those are of, age. Follow me on this one here. Reuters recently wrote about the DNC plan to spend $300,000 to register 9 million leading up to 2024 November. Now, according to the Gov website at VAP, there are only 2.8 million eligible. Let's assume that half of those eligible would VOTE left. A generous assumption, given that the state of the sleeping giant economy, that's only 1.4 million eligible in 2024 November. The 1.4 million number doesn't account for how they would VOTE, or even if they would VOTE, given that a meager number of eligible overseas actually VOTE. Now again, follow me on this one here. I just got hit again. I got hit again. It wasn't on this channel, it was in the other channel, and I was talking about November stuff. I got hit again. So I have to use code words on this one here, guys. Curiously, the memo claims that over 1.6 million Sleeping Giant citizens from the battleground states of Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin live overseas. adding that they plan to fight for every VOTE. So here's the number right here, guys. So once again, you have at least 197,299 Arizona. You guys get the picture here. The total number of these states in the left chart comes out to 1.6 million. All right, so there's going to be some advertisement here, guys, so I truly apologize. Some of them is not going to be that great. Sleeping Giant Gov says there are 2.8 million total overseas eligible. Now, the left wants you to believe that over half of those eligible overseas have a resident in the crucial state. That is absurd. Once again, the Gateway Pundit found out during our investigation on the UOCAVA this year just how easy it is for anyone to obtain the, you know what, for this November. So you have the 2.8 million. And then you have the 1.6 million. It just doesn't add up. And again, it seems like the 2020 plan book is still happening even in 2024. But this time, there's going to be a lot of lawyers. There's going to be so much lawyers. There's going to be a lot of things, and it's just going to be a headache. The Gateway Pundit has also reported that the uniformed and overseas citizens absentee, I'm going to skip all that, allows online without verification of identity. Wow. Without identity or ID, whatever. You could just go online. Sleeping Giant citizens in the Sleeping Giant country who would like to register to VOTE must share the last 4 digits of their Social Security number and / or provide a driver's license or a state-issued ID. Now, you have the UOCAVA, however, can't bypass the requirement to share the last 4 digits of the Social Security number and / or provide a driver license or state-issued ID. The screenshot below shows how the LEFT Party website, much like the Gov website, registers the you-know-who November in the Sleeping Giant event and allows the user to bypass the ID portion of the online registration process. Your Social Security number, if you have one, or they have the last option that you could click on. Bypass it. And it says here, if you don't have either, check the box that indicates I don't have the above identification. Most states will accept the form without the Social Security number or state identification card. If your state requires further information, your November official will contact you. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, that little tiny dot right there, you don't need to show nada. Nothing. The GOCAVA opens the door to unlimited phone. So you get the picture here. There is a lot of people out there in other lands that is VOT ing November. Well, there's going to be a massive online crash. We're going to see what's going to happen this November. Please share the video. UOCAVA opens the door to unlimited people worldwide. Man, wow. Here are a few additional details about the, you know what, who registered November on the FAVP or the, I'm just going to say application. All right, so That's basically the left website. Applicants may choose any state or address they wish to vote in. Man. No one verifies that these registrants ever lived at the address they list or that they have any connection to that state. In their memo, the left share a chart outlining the number of estimated VOTERs they plan to work to register in each battleground before November. There's always that loophole, and it seems like we found something here. For anyone who thinks UOCAVA don't matter in this November in 2000, the November event, a mere 629 votes separated the race between Georgie and Mr. Gore in Florida. When the absentee overseas VOTES finally arrived, Georgie was able to take the 537 lead from Gore and win the event. All right, so we're going to skip some of this part here. Give me a second. On September 27, guys, I keep seeing that September 27. You know, September 27, they passed the bill that gives the green light to law enforcement to open fire on Sleeping Giant citizens, to use lethal force on Sleeping Giant citizens. And there was another stuff too, September 27. So on September 27, give me a second here. There we go. On September 27, 2024, you have the Sleeping Giant Department unsealed an indictment of Persia National working for, look at this, the Persian military that accuses them of attempting to interfere in our upcoming November. The report focuses on the Persian group who were able to hack into accounts of current and former Sleeping Giant officials, members of the news, non-governmental organization, and individual associated with Sleeping Giant campaigns. Now, once again, the associated indictment released on September 27 confirms that the latest event by members of Persia, part of Persia's continuing effort to stoke discord, erode confidence in the Sleeping Giant electoral process, and unlawfully acquire information relating to current and former Sleeping Giant officials. The Department of J confirms in the indictment that this malicious behavior began sometime around January 2020. And continues through at least 2024. During our interview with Heather on Monday, she mentioned an incitement that occurred in 2020 that involved Persians. There's a lot more information here, guys. It's a very extremely long article. This is very long. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but you get the picture here. It seems like Persia is finding a way to intervene in our 2024 November. All this electronic stuff is really putting a big hit on the Sleeping Giant. November 2021, the FB, you know who, published a reward of $10 million for information or about the activities of two Persian nationals. The two Persians interfered with the 2020, and they were successful in their efforts to access the information from one state website, Alaska. No wonder you had Joey receive 80 million VOTES. I knew that person didn't receive all that votes. Man. The Persians were indicted for, among other things, computer intrusion, and then you have all this other stuff here. The two persons allegedly obtained sleeping giant information from at least one state November website, sent warning email messages to intimidate sleeping giant citizens, crafted and disseminated this information pertaining to the November security. All right, so seems like Persians and other lands are interfering. Excuse me, guys. All right, I'm gonna leave the rest, guys. It's a very extremely long article, but yeah, what happened in several years ago? There's a combination of multiple lands getting involved, and at the same time, they brought in those letters past midnight. You guys know the letters. You know the briefcase they removed under the table and all that letters. It went to Joey. So it seems like there's some stuff going on here, guys, and hopefully we don't see a cyber going on in November. But one thing I tell you, there's no way, and I mean absolutely no way, that VP is gonna get 50 million VOTES. No way she's gonna beat the 44th biggest one. I think it was like 50 something million. There's no way the VP could get that much. Absolutely not. I think 30 million, 20 or 30 million. She's not popular. She's not the greatest and this and that. People barely know her. The 4-5 should get over 80 million, up to 100 million. If she gets 100 million, ladies and gentlemen, your sleeping giant has been taken over by within and also foreigners. All right, so we are seeing it, living it, and witnessing Bible prophecy happening right in front of our faces. All right, guys, I'm going to end it right here. I'm going to share that link later on tonight on my Twitter page. Actually, I'm going to share it right now if you guys want to read it. It's a very long article, but I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what's going on here. So it seems like there's a possibility we might see some more of these hack going on, possibly November events. And also after November, because they're going to be doing that counting stuff. So they would definitely, hack into the system and all that type of stuff. So again, this is where we are right now. If only we could go back to the old school way. All these electronic stuff, it just made our sleeping giant powerless. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, for those of you that want to give a life to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path, and that's the path of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Sunday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father but through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.